tonight is all about brand. We'll be talking about branding. So, like I told you this week, we're really going to dive into details about brand. Then you're going to understand as to why we had already created a domain name for our products, our business, for everything. And I told you to choose a generic domain name that doesn't necessarily restrict your business, that has like a name that will cover everything that you do, right? Like for example, you see my domain name has, it's like an umbrella. So I'm able to cover, to sell a lot of products under that domain name. Okay, so now here we want to talk about a brand, because with your domain name, I suggest that you can, you know, uh, have a website later on, right? And then have a brand name on the under that domain name, so that everybody can recognize your brand. And the reason we are really focusing on creating brands is because we're going to tell customers that we are a big company, we are a brand already. Okay, so not to worry about us, not to freak out, we are legit. That's the purposes of creating all these things I've been teaching you. So tonight is all about the process of creating a brand. So Reinns brand name creation process. So here you will learn a lot. There's a guide, a PDF that you will receive, which you will just receive immediately after this lesson, which will show you step by step 2 points on how to create a brand name, how to search for that brand name if it exists elsewhere. Okay, and for those who created the domain name, for those who haven't created, or rather, this is a good opportunity if you haven't created the domain name and the domain email address. So you can also do so today, tomorrow, this week. It's all good, right? So let's see. Right now, we all have products. Okay, we are communicating with suppliers and we are negotiating with them and doing all that. Okay, someone like a guy already has a quote, which is fantastic. I'm so happy. I really want to see what he has. Okay. um, we are doing a lot of pricing and evaluations. Okay, by now I think you already have a rough figure, for those who've been doing the communications, of your inventory capital. After you've done all the numbers, remember the numbers I've taught you, like I've taught you how to boil down everything to the last dollar. Just break it down step by step, break it down. Use the Reinns calculator, FBA calculator, use the Reinns workbook. Just break everything down. Everything has been organized for you. So by now, if you've been following through, you should have a rough idea how much you're going to invest just purely on inventory. Okay, you should have a rough idea if it's $2,000. Okay, number one. Then by now you should also have a rough idea of how much you're going to spend on shipping. If it's 2,000, I mean, if it's maybe $500 on top. Okay, so now you're going to spend a figure of 250, $2,500. Then you're like, okay, boom, I'm ready to go, right? And after doing all that, teaching you all the calculators and all that, you will know the first turnover of that cycle, I will make 1 million. Okay, I will make 800,000, which is boom, really, really good. If you make that money, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna invest half of it to the business? Are you gonna have fun? Are you gonna start building? Are you gonna spend all that money elsewhere and then start looking for money again to do a second cycle? You see, this is it now, guys. You're gonna see how you're gonna get paid every 2 weeks, every month, every 3 months. Okay, it's gonna be so much awesome. So by now you should at least have an idea of all that. Okay, and then someone like Guy and all the other people, you should now also know how many samples you want to order. And trust me, you've been communicating with suppliers, and now they've told you that the samples are going to be sent to your address, right, to your country, which is Kenya. They're going to come all the way to here in our country. Okay, and then the DHL guys are going to call you, and you will go and pick them up. It's going to be so much fun. So now you've learned the whole cycle to samples. Okay, at least now if I leave you guys here, at least you've learned the whole cycle of how to find products, how to order for samples, how to do the calculations. I mean, if you wanna leave the academy, you're fine, you're good to go, because I think now you're halfway. You see, we are halfway, so you can do the product research. I've taught you the secrets. I've taught you everything that I do. So now we are halfway. Now there are just other things that I need to teach you, how to do listings, product listings. There's another science which you learn later on how to do the perfect product listings. Okay, which I really suggest and I insist that you guys stick to the end, because these things will make your business run like magic. Okay, you won't even be lifting your fingers, because I'm gonna teach you some crazy science that nobody knows out here. All right, that makes me sell all the time. So that's what's coming ahead. So far we've done a lot, we've covered a lot, and if you know how many samples you're going to order, perfect, well and good, that's fantastic, I'm happy. So I just can't wait to see your samples. And for the meetup, I mean, by then everybody will have their samples, right? So it doesn't necessarily matter. Right now I'm trying to keep everybody's products confidential, because I don't want anyone to sell anybody else's products, okay? But by the time we are meeting up, I mean, everybody will have their samples. So I suggest just come with your samples. I mean, at that time already, we have our products already, and we are, already selling. We've made the orders. So you can come with the samples, so we can just see them, take photos, have fun with them, use them, break them, and just have fun. Yeah, so you have a rough idea how many units you want to buy, how much inventory you want to, invest, and all that. So we've come a long way. So the topics for today is just the secrets of a great brand name and finding and registering your brand name. For those who haven't registered a domain name, this is also a good lesson that you can pay attention to and then take action. All right. So the secrets of a great brand name, guys, the normally just five. Okay, market related, does not restrict your choice of future products. We're going to discuss these points one by one as we go along. All right, they should be benefit driven, and then passes the phone test. I'll tell you what the phone test is, and then should be available online. All right, now let's start with the market related. Your brand name should be related to your market. I've been telling you this from day one. Okay, for example, fitness related brand can have a name like Golden Age Athletics. All right, so if you give it a name like Golden Age Athletics, you see it's definitely related to your brand. I mean, definitely related to what you're selling. You're selling fitness stuff. Okay, you're not restricting it to maybe selling just fitness bands or dumbbells, or it's a broad name that will encompass all that, right? For example, if you talk about elite athletics, now the problem with elite athletics is that you're only focusing with elite group. Okay, so I need you guys to, for those who haven't thought about their brand name, this lesson is really important and it will help you a lot. Okay, so examine your market niche. For those who have their products, just study your products, examine what niche they fall into, examine your potential type of customers, because let me tell you something, even if you sell an iPhone case, there is a big niche there, which you have millions of customers in that niche. So you're going to focus on that niche and then see how you can have a broad brand name that will be related to your products, okay, and other future products. Very important. So write down who you think your product brand is for. Just sit down and then write it down. Now, your future products. Your brand name should be applicable to any future products you may add. Very important. iPhone case, another just the same example I've been using. Okay. Now I have other examples here. We have the yoga, for example, right? Because you will be adding more and more products in the future as we go along. Remember about scaling. I taught you about scaling and what scaling is and why it works and why it's so powerful. Okay, so if you are selling yoga mats, for example, that's under yoga brand. So if you give it a name like yoga mats for you, I mean, you see you've restricted this brand name to mats. Okay, so if you're just calling it as yoga mats for you, guys will just know specifically you're selling yoga mats. All right, so if you rather have something like yoga for you, that means you're selling yoga mats, yoga towels, yoga, all that, or something like just bare movement. I mean, this is awesome. Movement is all about stretching, exercises, and all that. So I'm just teaching you how to keep your mind open and have broad names which are related to your products and your future products. Very important. Okay, if you think about Aqua Home Group, that's basically dealing with water products, filters, shower heads, taps, all that, you see. So keep your options open always. So it should be benefit driven. The name should make you feel a positive emotion. This might not always be possible depending on your niche. Example, beauty brand. Look at this brand here. If you call your brand as in glowing goddess, right? Glowing goddess versus skin cream warehouse. So which brand here you think is really it's positive driven, okay? So if you call your brand glowing goddess, I mean that's more positive than it makes you feel good. I mean glowing goddess. If I'm selling beauty products and then I call my brand as glowing goddess, that's it makes you feel, it makes you smile, right? But if you just focus on skin cream warehouse, I mean skin cream, it's just all about skin, that's just so specific. So this is not the most critical aspect, but can be very beneficial. Okay. Now, phone test. This is just something really simple. The name should be easily recognizable and should be short, easy to spell, pronounce, and remember. Example: ingenious innovations versus smart solutions. I mean, this is cumbersome. Ingenious innovations, just very cumbersome. Okay, I'm just giving an example of how your name should be easy to pronounce. Something like smart solutions is very simple. While this can be very beneficial, it's not really critical, okay? But just think about how you should have your brand names as simple as possible, very unique, and very related to your products, okay? So guys, we are here. We've been talking about this for a long time, and now you see here we are, okay? So look at this example, Walmart. Most people think that it used to be called Walmart just because of the wall. But if you look at the brand, it's simply Walmart, okay? So if you want to try this test, just call your friends, your family, your brother, and then tell them your brand name and see how they pronounce it, you see? Like many people ask me about Reinns, and it's just simple, rain. It's just like, rain. Call friends and put them to the test. Put it to the test. Put your brand name to the test. Let them pronounce it. Let your wife, husband, friends, girlfriend pronounce your brand name, and then, see how it's going to sound. Okay, just see how it's going to sound. Sorry about that. Now, it's available online. You're going to want your brand name as a domain, all right? So we already have a domain name and domain email address. That is fine. We're going to build our products all under that umbrella. But for those who haven't done that, this is for you now, okay? This is simple to find it online. You also want to check your branding is not in existence. You also want to make sure your brand is not trademarked. So let me show you how to do this, okay? Now, there is a link here to this USPTO website whereby they help people to find out about trademarking, okay? So for the purposes of this video, I will just show you the PDF which you will receive on step-by-step how to do this, how to carry out this practice, okay? We're going to click on this link here. It's here again. You're going to scroll down. So what I'm trying to show you here is that when you have a brand name already, what you're going to do is to click, sorry, I don't know what happened there. So if you have a brand name, okay, for example, you're going to take that name you have or that you've thought about, you don't even need to register it yet, and then come to this website here and then scroll down to a place. Let me just click back on the link. Where is the PDF? PDF has a better link, so let me click on that link here, and then so just going to come to that link on the PDF, which is easier. Then you're just going to scroll down to this search our trademark database. What is this? Oh, TESS. Okay, so TESS is simply Trademark Electronic Search System. Okay, so once you get here, you're going to look into the whole database. It's very important you do this. Okay, so click here, basic word mark search, new user. Once you click there, because remember we are selling in America, so you just type your brand name here. Very simple. Once you type it here, click submit query, and then you will see if it's available or not. All right, so let me just guess a weird brand name. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I heard that song today so many times. So let me just see if that. This is what will happen. Yeah. So meaning that brand name is available, then you can continue using it. It's just that simple. Okay. Good. So guys, I want you to just do that simple exercise. Okay. This link is not functional. I don't know why. Let me try it again. It's not functional at all. Yeah, it's bringing an error. So use the link on the PDF. This one is not functional. Excuse me. One second. One second, guys. One second. Uh, yes. So I want you to do that simple exercise, and then you will be able to see if your brand name is available or taken or all that. Okay, so next lesson we're going to learn about the logo. Guys, I mean, we are moving. Imagine we're talking about your logo now, logo creation. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to create your logos and all that, and then so please, let's finish up. For those who are lagging behind, let's catch up quickly. Let's finish up. Have your products ready. Let's select your brand. Follow the guide on the PDF under the slides here to have your, an awesome brand name for your business, for your products, not business, sorry, for your products. Okay, just have it ready, because this is it. Branding is everything. Okay, after we have a brand, then I'm going to show you how to create logos for your brand, and these are the things suppliers are going to put on your products, and they're going to be very beautiful, like the shower filters you've been seeing and all the other products. Okay, so guys, this is a short lesson. I assure you have the PDFs for this lesson. Send for samples those who haven't. Have a rough idea of your inventory order units, how much you want to invest by now, and then also have a rough idea of how much you're going to be making. Prepare for your inventory order, then search for your brand trademark. All right, so let me pause there and open the floor for any questions, guys. Any questions?